started at Syracuse in the television, radio, and film major, and due to a number of other sort of factors, sort of quickly decided that wasn't quite the route I wanted to take. So I took a year off. I got a job at Syracuse Stage working with the kids in the winter show that year. I was sort of a babysitter for the kids involved in the show Christmas Carol. And it was sort of one of those really lucky epiphany moments of, I love working with kids. I've always worked with kids. I've always loved working with kids. Every job I've ever had has been with kids. Why am I not doing that? So that's when I decided to go back to school and change my major to Human Development and Family Science, and graduated 2 years later with my degree. I'm living in Los Angeles, and I'm working at an independent middle school, and I'm an advisor to a group of sweet 12-year-olds, and I love it. I get to see the sun every single day. I have a lot of amazing friends out here. I love playing sports with my friends. Highlights of my week is running around outside with my friends, playing spike ball and aerobie. I have a cat. I love my cat. I really enjoy getting to go to work every day. I feel like I do something fulfilling, that matters, and I'm good at. I don't know, there's a lot of good stuff going on. I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 1, anaplastic large cell. So, I got diagnosed at the end of my school year, my freshman year, in May. I feel like the first thing I remember always is getting diagnosed on Rachel's birthday. Of course, I would never think what was about to happen was about to happen. And I remember just sitting in our living room and hearing the word lymphoma, and I didn't know what that was. So I asked. I was like, what is that? And then hearing it's cancer. I mean, immediately my mind jumped to feeling like I was going to die. And then, sort of very quickly, I think even within the same evening, my mind changed, and I was like, well, there's really no other option but to treat it and beat it. It wasn't an option. I don't know, I didn't feel like there was another option. I couldn't imagine another outcome. I was like, okay, so this is what we gotta do. I remember losing my hair. That was the worst part somehow. I think when you're 14, being a bald girl is gonna be the worst. That was really hard. I never looked at myself without hair, but I got a great wig, and when I eventually wore that to school, people hardly noticed a difference.
Do you know how we got the wig?
It was Paige's butterfly run, right? Paige's butterfly. The thing that got me through cancer, literally physically through it, were my doctors. And I think that's why I was, thinking lean on them. They're the ones who are going to get you through it. I was lucky to have an amazing team at Upstate. I don't know how my file ended up in Dr. Seema's, how my file ended up on her desk, but I'm so glad it did. And she was, I don't know. I think I couldn't have gotten through it without her. Or Tara. Yeah. I mean, the number of things Pages helps out with, I can't even number or fathom. But where they helped us out was getting my wig. And if we were in a situation where Pages didn't exist or we couldn't afford a wig. A freshman girl, 14 years old, having to go to school bald, and I couldn't even look myself in the mirror. Having a wig was a game changer for me. And Pages did that for us. I mean, even beyond that, like I said, child life specialists are critically important to kids who are going through anything in a hospital, but going through treatment in particular feels traumatic. And not having a staff who is able to provide kids with the advocacy and comfort and normalcy that they need, I don't know, it's invaluable. And I mean, Pages does a ton of that. Pages does the big things and the small things, and I think as a kid going through cancer, it's the small things, honestly, that feel the most impactful day to day. And so getting that wig or playing that game in the hospital when you're going through treatment, I don't know, can make or break you that day. So it's super important that they're getting donations.